Good morning to you from the famous seaside resort of Eastbourne. Those of you that are not familiar with the UK, it's one of the south coast towns and very popular, especially known for its big hotels, one of which we've been staying in, which is just over here. If I can show it to you, I'll have to flip the camera. But it has a very famous pier. As you can see, it proudly flies that multicoloured flag that everybody also down here seems to be wearing. If not around their waist, they're hanging it out of their windows. It's been quite pleasant down here. One always likes to get away from home sometimes and just experience a different place. One of my daughters lives down here, which is why we're here over this time. But I was thinking about these seaside resorts, and very much so when, having grown up in one myself, I grew up in Brighton, which is, or Hove, which is just along the coast from this particular resort. And when I was a young man, a young lad I should say, used to enjoy coming down to these places, and there was an atmosphere, and it seems to have changed. Well, it has changed, I should say, really, since everything has been happening in the world. And it's almost as though, in a way, that the heart of the place has been taken out of it. You still see the buildings, people are still here, all the rest of it, but it's a change in atmosphere, change in the culture of the people, and many people, of course, their hearts have grown cold. And I think that's probably what I'm trying to get to this morning, actually, in my thoughts, is the coldness of people's hearts, especially towards our God. And people are, as the scripture says in Timothy, lovers of pleasure rather than lovers of God. And we could hear them outside our hotel window last night, the revellers coming out of the pubs. In a way, you can actually feel it having an effect on yourself, really, because you can get yourself so caught up in doing your daily things that the Lord's work and the Lord's thoughts of the Lord just tend to be bypassed, which is sad, of course. It's starting to get busy now on the seafront, so I won't talk for too long, but just to say that, as I was saying, that everything here on top, on the surface, looks good. Flowers are pretty, people are enjoying the summer, and of course it's a bit like the Matrix, isn't it? When I talk to you about things of God and what's happening in the world, and then you look at how folk are in the world, how they behave. They're completely unaware of what's taking place, and it's the subtle changes. So this morning I don't really have much for you, just to say that I shall be working on my tract next week. Those of you that have asked me in the comments, and I'll be updating you on that, and when it's ready I will do a video all about it, and I'll read it to you and be able to show it to you. So have a blessed day, and enjoy the coming weekend.